Hi, my name is Terry, and this is a live stream. It's not the usual video, but it's a stream that you can join as well. I'm not so physically fit, so I just wanted to do some live stream. I might have a fancy camera. There's noise and all that, but altogether, I'm here just to discuss who is Dimash Kudaibergen and who is Dimash to you. So if you're a dear, please join in. You can leave a comment to join the stream. You'll have to send an email to the email that I have underneath in the description. And then you'll have to leave a comment just to notify me that you've sent an email. Then I'll send you a link to join with. Of course, you can join with your phone, so the screen will be divided into parts and we can all talk. So anyway, this is going to be a stream talking about Dimash. I don't know how lengthy it will be. Sometimes I intend to keep my discussion short, but it ends up very long. But that's about it for me. When it comes to other humans, I'm fully invested with my spirit and my being. That's the essence of your boy Terry, like I usually say. And that's the significance of my username surpassing Google, which is my username across the internet. So this is about Dimash. I'll tell you my own story regarding how I, found Dimash. Let me share my screen a bit so that you can see Dimash's channel. So the first feat is to learn the spelling of his name. I may not get the pronunciation of his name correctly, but at least I know the spelling. So I just want to show you his channel on my screen. Then we'll go from there. Now, everything I say, I've not read about Dimash. I don't read books very much. I like to, create my own establishments about someone. So basically, I started reacting to Dimash Kudaibergen, some of his covers, and within his music, I pay attention to his person, and then I begin to establish who the person of Dimash constitutes. And that's what I'll be discussing here. I'll also tell you I ended up continuing to pay attention to him. Because yes, I found him first of all, but I wasn't certain if I would continue doing reaction videos to him, but I did continue. I'll explain all this within this stream. So this is the spelling of his name, Dimash Kudaibergen. He's a verified user on YouTube, and this is his official channel. And he has many of his videos here. Yes, he has done cover songs, and recently I heard that he has original songs, an album called ID. I saw him recently engaging with his fans, and his fans were busy giving him like something that looked like a package, something. So I asked, and someone told me in the comments that it's his album, a pack of his album, likely a CD. So that's how I learned that he had his own album. Now on his account, he has an Instagram, a Twitter, Facebook, Weibo account, and a Wikipedia. So that's about it. The reason I'm showing you his channel is because, in case you want to react to some of his videos, it's of pertinence to be safe, because my first reaction to his video was to Opera 2. I can't remember the producer of that video, but I had a copyright strike, my first ever copyright strike. Let me see if I can find the video, just for your safety, the safety of your channel. So far, I did a counter notification for that copyright strike, and it's still unresolved. I have to wait for 10 to 14 business days for a resolution to be attained. and then I'll receive an indication as to whether the video has been reinstated and the status of my channel reinstated as well. I'm not supposed to play this video, but let's see. Yes, I think this is the video that I'm not supposed to show this. I hope it doesn't stare another strike. So let me close this. I just hope it doesn't stare another strike. Gosh, it's very scary, really. Okay, so that was the first video I reacted to. And I got a copyright strike. I did a counter notification, and I'm still waiting for the result. So be wary of that. The video I showed on the screen, the producer, I think. So far, that's the first copyright strike and the only one. The problem with copyright strikes is they can come way later. So for that particular video, I thought I was safe, but the copyright strike came like a week later or so. So it's important to take care when you're reacting to videos from Dimash. It's better to take it from his channel. That's why I showed you his channel earlier. I'm told that his channel is safe. You know, he wants people to have avenues to his videos, you know, and so his the videos stemming from his channel are copyright strike free, at least to an extent. That's what I've heard. And to an extent, I've tried like 2 videos from his channel and I've not received any notification of a copyright strike. Neither did I receive a claim. Now that's a bit scary, but I'm positive that there will be no issues based on what I've heard. For other reaction videos, I've done SOS, I've done We Are the World. I got We Are the World from Gloria Wu. I'm told that she also adds subtitle videos, subtitle to her videos. So she really cares when it comes to her production of videos, and she ensures that her videos, unofficial music videos for Dimash songs, are copyright free. So she really cares and she puts her time into that, and she wants people to establish the value in the lyrics of Dimash's songs, which is very important for you to, you know, for you to really cherish the songs, his rendition of the songs. From my own experience, it's of pertinence that you put on subtitles, you know, gain insight into the lyrics so that you know the essence of his message through his music. So Gloria Wu is a good option for getting videos to react to that are Dimash related. I think I've done reaction to 2 videos from Gloria Wu's channel, and it has been without any copyright notification or claim. Now, this established, I've also done some fan cam versions of Dimash performances, and so far they've been good. For one, I want to have cleared my copyright strike at least before I go back to, you know, reacting to Dimash performances without fears. Of course, I'm going to have some fears, but when that copyright strike that I have is settled, and my reservations will reduce. Now, it's important to establish all these things, you know, just in case you come here as someone who reacts to Dimash's videos. Of course, if you're reacting to Dimash's videos, then to an extent you're a dear or a fan. You know, regardless of if you're, yes, if you're a reactor, you're becoming a dear, regardless of how you want to look at it. So this message is valuable to everyone who listens. Now, who is Dimash? The question has 2 parts. Who is Dimash and who is Dimash to you? So who is Dimash? It's very easy to say that he's a popular singer, you know, has accrued millions of followers across a variety of social media platforms. You know, he has a Wikipedia page. He's known for his music for the most part, popular in Kazakhstan, in China as well. And known particularly for his style of music. It's not a generic style, even though it appears classical and opera-like. It's a very much a Dimash kind of music. This is easy to identify if you undertake listening to the songs. In some cases, it's hard. It was hard for me at the outset, but because I was there to pay attention to the person behind the song more so than the genre of the song, because I was there applying my spirit and being, because I was there to pay attention to the to the undertone of Dimash and all that, and I was able to break the barriers of posed by a musical genre that isn't, so popular, especially for a younger audience or, for certain locations. Yes, but for the first time, I started to pay attention to classical music, opera type music, after hearing Dimash sing it. Establishing the fact that it's very much a Dimash kind of music. But we'll get to that. So Dimash is popular in Kazakhstan. Altogether, nations are locations. So that's how I see nations altogether. So, but that's where he hails from in terms of, I'm not sure if it's his birthplace, but his parents are from there. Yes, I think his parents are of mixed, origins. Sorry, both. I'm not very sure. I'm not very sure. But his mom. Anyway, don't let's go into that. It matters less. So he hails from Kazakhstan. Of course, he's popular for renditions or covers of powerful songs, some of which I've reacted to: SOS, Opera 2, Sinful Passion. I've listened to Hello, his cover of Hello by Lionel Richie, his cover of All by Myself by, I don't know who the original artist is, but this a song made popular by Celine Dion. I've listened to his cover of My Heart Will Go On, the Titanic song. I've listened to We Are the World, Michael Jackson. Yes, so yes, I see that he has influences from Michael Jackson. Some of his effects during his stage performances, his mannerisms. I see some Michael Jackson influence, which is not bad. Sometimes other people in the world constitute mirrors for us. It helps us establish our place in the world, identify more about our beauty. So there's nothing wrong with that. So, like I said earlier, he also has original songs that he's said to have the ID album. These are things I'll find out about. So that's what you can say of Dimash. I think he participated in a music contest as well. I'm not very sure what name. It's likely the I Singer, popular in China. I was also told that he participated in one reality TV show, I think World Best or something like that, where he declined further participation as he progressed upon seeing that he had to compete with some kids. So these are some of the world-renowned established facts about his music career. But this is not entirely what Dimash is. So the next question is, who is Dimash to me? Dimash is many more things than music. I see music as a byproduct of Dimash's evolution. Whatever Dimash is able to render during his musical performances is simply an object of what he constitutes as a person. So I had that mindset upon listening to him singing, and I was able to establish tenets of his human, even through listening to his music. So from the first video, Opera 2, I wasn't able to see too much because, of course, there was that barrier. I wasn't too used to operatic music, and that's constituted a form of barrier. But for fellow human sake, I was able to surmount that barrier, and pay attention to Dimash. And then I began to hear more things. I gained more insight into his personality, his message. Even though on that song, I'm not sure if it was subtitled, if I was able to, I knew the lyrics of the song, because the message of the song is important as well. But I wasn't established yet as to whether I'll continue reacting to him until I got to the comments and found so many dears, passionately paying attention to me and to the person of Dimash. For the first time, I saw comments that had care, comments that were tender and really caring and passionate, and comments that is evidence of investment in another human. It's something that's refreshing to see in this world. Of course, there are many celebrities in this world, and people buy into the hype and just end up following the crowd without any real investment in the person constituting the celebrity. But for years, it was different. People were there fully invested. People wrote entire books in my comment section. You will not see that video now because it has been struck with copyright and it's off YouTube. But hopefully you will see it in a few days, when I'm hoping that the copyright strike is resolved. Anyway, that video had a lot of comments, and it was just inspirational to see. You don't get to see too much of that in today's world. Giving me further insights into the likability aspect of Dimash. And this I saw more of in the very next video. I think the very next video was SOS. I started to see the Dimash essence, the Dimash identity, even though the song was operatic sounding. And Dimash likes to create some form of mystery and suspense. He likes to make songs, ballads for real. Creates an entire route, paradise-like journey over the course of a song. You can call it a musical escapade, and then it starts to shock you with various octaves. I didn't know what octaves is really, until I was told that he has like 6 octaves. I don't read books in general. I'm a legitimate illiterate. But he shocks you with the various aspects of his voice and takes you on a journey. It gives you insight into his own world of a likely workaholism on behalf of fellow humans. And I understand these things because before I broke down in my health, I was a workaholic, but not a workaholic in a bid to excel. I wasn't in pursuit of knowledge or talent. I was in workaholism, consciously to make the world a better place, incite world adjustment. And I saw that Dimash was doing that as well through his music. It was no longer about opera, it was about an evolved human, someone who was laying even his spirit bare. And this is what comes about in his musical prowess. Those extraordinarily high notes are not ordinary. Humans are unordinary, especially when we are tapped into. By today's standards, a painted world, we are losing out on value and becoming ordinary. But in reality, humans are unordinary. And I started to see this in Dimash's music. First I made an error and spoke of his falsetto, the range of his falsetto. Then I'm told that that's his whole voice. And that's even more bewildering. But then I started to see that it's beyond just workaholism. It has to do with evolution of his human, establishment of his identity, tapping into his shine, his fire, then emitting this new light into the world so that tunnels can begin to find light. The world notion of today is wait till the end of the tunnel to find light. But how about taking initiative instead of giving out consolation, digging of yourself, tapping into your shine, then emitting light so that more light can begin to enter right inside tunnels. No longer does anyone have to wait till the end of the tunnel to find light. That is what Dimash is doing, and that is what I see that he is doing. Because there are routes that you cannot simply undertake in music that he is undertaking. Evidence that he has a space of isolation for the primary reason of caring about the world, caring about generations yet born. Yes, you want to hone your expertise, you want to attain excellence, but there's a cap, there's a limit. Greatness doesn't lie there. And besides knowledge, besides musical prowess, there are other aspects of human that requires an evolution. And Dimash gives time to this aspect. That's why you see in the comments people reiterating also his human virtues, along with expressions of his musical capacity. You will see in the comments people talking of his character as a person. People talk of his humility. People talk of his workaholism. People talk of his, well, I talk of his evolution. I talk of his human. He has managed to keep his human intact, which is elements of greatness. It's not easy to do in today's world, where the world is beginning to revolve around things like money, around things like clout. To maintain humanhood in the face of all that accolades, adulation, to maintain humanhood is hard. But he's doing that, and it's very evident because he has kept evolving in his music. And there is show of this. He has allowed room for evolution, which is also another element of greatness. He has also allowed room for flaws, which affords him avenues to perfect or hone his expertise and evolve it. It allows him to attempt out of the boxness and find his true voice. There are many beautiful aspects to Dimash. I saw him recently in an airport where he was interacting with fans, and it was just refreshing to see. He just appeared very casual, but even in the midst of his casualness, he has a measure of seriousness, which is essential. He knows how to pull off humor. He cares about his. These things are not very hideable, especially in the public eye. So, for me to establish these things, I didn't just establish it. I really paid close attention. He cares about his workers. Sees them as family. Cares about his fans and their response to the stimuli that he creates. He cares about appealing to the soft spot of human. And he has remained lowly, as every human should be. Even though we have a measure of invincibility, there has to be balance with humility. And these are some of the beautiful aspects to Dimash. Now, if Dimash is seeing this, I'll try to send it to him, even though it's of low quality when it comes to its visuals. This is in a bid to encourage him, to remind him of his beauty, especially in terms of his human virtues, to inspire him. I see him courtesy of his human, and that's how I measure him. courtesy of the substance of his human, more so than his music. You know, when your substance, the substance of your human has attained certain heights, it will reflect in your craft. You know, whatever it's undertaking you take, whether it's a painting, a music or whatever, you will simply shine. You know, your presence will fill up your undertaking, your endeavors, and people will see this light. You know, your ability to appeal to the soft spots of people will transcend nations, locations. You'll be able to appeal to the soft spot of every human, and where there are barriers, you will supersede. Those barriers will be illusionary. And that's what happened in my case. There was some barrier, you know, there was the music, but, you know, the spirit spoke to me because his spirit is out there. And I was able to surpass or surmount that barrier so as to pay attention to him. So I don't know if anyone is here, but in case you wanted to join, just let me check my email. I don't know if, yes, so you can come on the stream and we can talk. I'll be concluding the video very soon. You know, I'm a bit exhausted. That's why I'm not looking at the camera, you know, because of pains all over and pains in my eyes. So, and that's why I'm not looking at the screen. So, and I'm trying to ponder without too much distractions. So altogether, if you're here and you're a deer, it's celebratory what you're doing. Someone is saying hi. Let me say hello to the person. I don't very much know how to use this this stream, but I'll try. I don't know if it's possible to mention someone, but I'll try. Anyway, so if you're a deer, it's just admirable what you're doing. You're going around passionately to encourage people to shine for the light of Dimash, a fellow human. That's celebratory. That's something that you should be giving kudos for, and you shouldn't stop. You know, it's not about hurting possibilities. I wonder why the world works like that today, where people have, you know, access to possibilities and they hoard it from fellow humans. My YouTube channel, thank you for subscribing, but when it goes big, you know, it will be used to impact fellow humans. If I have to give you more limelight, you know, showcase you on my channel, I will passionately, I'll be hearty about doing just that. So it's just refreshing to see Dimash's fans and those who have subscribed to me passionate about a fellow human. You know, I measure everyone courtesy of their human, so that's how I see Dimash. You know, everyone is a celebrity. At the very least, you have one true fan in the person of me, your boy Terry, making you a true celebrity as a result. So it's just refreshing to see dears of Dimash going around passionately to leave comments, you know, as true fans of Dimash. You know, very elaborate comments to give him more limelight. That's very encouraging and very, you know, I give kudos to every deer, and, you know, I mean, continue if you're doing that. You lose nothing really, you know, and many things are ordinary. Yes, many times we look at humans just courtesy of how they appear and all that. Even a raggedy looking person, they have a spirit, they have a being, and that's very powerful. Someone is talking about Dimash. Yeah. Just a moment. Just a moment. People are on the stream now. That's encouraging. Well, if you send me an email, if you want to appear on the screen, you know, let's have a short talk. That will just be wonderful. I mean, it will be a memorable video, not for me. You know, it's valuable to see this entire journey. And my email, let me show you my email on the screen in case you want to send an email. You can join with your phone. I'll just send you an invitation link that you can join with. I do want to put the link out there because some random people may join, and so if you send me an email there, I'll send you an invitation link. You don't need to download an app. You can just open the link on your browser, and you'll be able to join the stream. And of course, you'll be able to talk about Dimash. My plan is I'm going to record all this. I have a startup myself. It's blockchain based, meaning that all the content there is permanent, indestructible and immutable. So that's where I save most of these things. And in the long run, I intend to write an entire publication. The publication is called a ulog. A ulog is a form of content that I created myself that doesn't research from the internet. So I want to write an entire ulog dedicated to Dimash, Dimash that, covers everything about him based on my perception without unadulterated from, regular, documented or regular media and stuff like that. So that's the essence of, sorry, just a moment. I'm not very used to this stream. So ulog, where U stands for you. Let me go back to the chat. Just a moment. I think this young man will create something unique in the future and will surprise us all more than once. And I think he deserves worldwide popularity. Yes. Why I agree with that is because he has allowed room for evolution. What I mean by this is, some people, when they become celebrated, become, world-renowned celebrities, they practically stop evolving. The quality of their content becomes, they no longer put in that investment and effort towards evolution. They become small gods. They're no longer reachable and stuff like that. They're no longer, all that. But Dimash is someone who has stayed down to earth and all that, allows room for evolution. And, for someone to really add twists to operatic music, classical music, that's a very powerful feat. It tells me that he's, out of the box in his mindset. He attempts stuff, new stuff, things that are not very mainstream. And, I'm seeing all that. He does a lot with his music. It starts out very mellow, and then he goes on to shock you. He tells me that he pays attention to details. He crafts all these things in his wonder and wonder time. He thinks of the world. He tries to gain insight in the true state of the world, so that he can be timely in his approach, his ability to, impact the world. I saw this in a recent performance where I saw that I'd not released the video because I made an error. I ended up deleting the video, something like that, by mistake. But in that video, I saw him pulling off humor within a stage performance, and he knew that a reaction was going to come. He knew in advance that a reaction was going to come. He was doing something with the mic like this. Then, there's a way he looks at the audience in a bid to stir a particular reaction. And I see him as doing an understudy of fellow humans, even in the course of a performance. That's very powerful stuff, and he's still young. So I see that he's, doing a lot of exploration. I hope that I'm going to publish that reaction very soon. But I think the reaction was all by myself reaction. It was a fan cam version. He did it on stage to a live audience. And there were times when he paused and he created a particular stimuli, and he perceived where it's, the kind of reaction he will receive, and the very moment that the reaction will come about, and it came to pass. So these, anyway, I may not be able to explain what I'm saying well enough right now, but you may be able to get the gist, if you have been paying attention to him. So nobody's wanting to come on the stream. I know some people are shy, and me as well. When it comes to videos, I'm shy. But I have to resort to making videos. This is the only thing I can do at this stage because of the state of my health. So I think I'll do more of this. I'm glad that some people came around in the comments and left powerful comments as well. It's really encouraging. You may not know what impact you have on fellow humans courtesy of this small act. But for one, I can tell you that it's very, it's very encouraging to me. So thank you for being here. Yes. So I don't know. I will try to. Of course, I'll leave this video as disorganized and disoriented as it is. I'll look for Dimash's, social media platform or his contact, and try to leave the video with him. At the very least, to inspire him. And if you can share this video, may it, stay upright on YouTube as testimonies to Dimash's beauty and testimonies to the beauty of humanity, in terms of how much we care about fellow humans, and may it be inspirational to you towards your evolution and all that. So we're about to round off the video. I just hope you stay inspired. When I'm here with my spirit and being with a prayer, so if you're here as well, may you draw some from that, and may breakthrough come about in your undertakings, your endeavors, as you leave here. So this is a very important video altogether. My username across the internet is Surpassing Google. In case you want to read about me, I'll have a publication underneath this video where you can read about me. Yes, so that's about it for now. Please share this video as well. Subscribe, that will encourage me. Make sure to stay awesome. Yes, so thank you very much, Zeri, Zagursi, and thank you very much, Sunny95. Thank you very much for being here. It's so valuable. And make sure to stay awesome.